Alright, so in this tutorial, we are gonna be creating a brand new Pinterest business account from scratch. Alright, so if you are new here, my name is Adiola and I help businesses and bloggers to grow their traffic and to also monetize their websites to gain more revenue. And if that's one thing that you are looking for, welcome and you are in the right place. And don't forget to download my free checklist right below this video. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so to create a new Pinterest business account, so there are actually two main types of Pinterest accounts. So you can create a personal account or you can create a business account. Obviously, because we have businesses, that we want to bring more traffic to, we are going to be creating a business account. So to do that, you're just going to go on Pinterest, pinterest.com, pinterest.ca. In my case, it's pinterest.ca. And it's pretty much the same thing. So you're going to go here, you're going to click on create a business account, right? So as you can see, there's another tab here, create a personal account, create a business account. So and then you're going to put in your email address, whatever email address that you want to use to create your brand new Pinterest business account. So I'm just gonna put mine here. So I actually have um, multiple Pinterest accounts. I'm gonna see if this is gonna work. Okay, so let's create mine quickly. All right, so you're gonna enter your name, your email address and password, which I did. So, and then you're gonna select your language. So whatever language that you want to use or whatever country. So I chose English, United States. Click on next. So it's pretty much self-explanatory and very easy. So give your business profile a name. So let's see here, business blogging tips. Uh, Okay, let me change it to social. So I do have my other account, so I'm just creating this new profile just for the sake of the tutorial. Social media for businesses and bloggers, right? So that's gonna be my profile name. But obviously, if you do have an established business, then you're gonna put your business name here, right? Tell us about your business, professional. So whatever it is you're creating a Pinterest profile for, you're going to choose the appropriate one, right? So for mine, I'm just going to choose brand. Next. And then if you have a website already, which I'm guessing at this point you do have a website, so you're going to put your website URL right here. Okay, so in my case, I'm going to put, okay, all right, so social media, so gonna put local business. Next, add your website URL. I'm gonna put it right here. Next, and then here, if your website or your business has an Instagram page, Etsy store, or YouTube, then you're gonna claim them right here, right? Or let's say you only have Instagram, then you can only claim Instagram. So I do have an Etsy shop, but it's not really for this website, and I do have a YouTube account, so I can always do that um, some other time. So I'm gonna click on later here. Would you be interested in running ads? So I'm just gonna click on here. Yes. Okay, and usually businesses, you need to invest in some ads, right? So you can just click on yes here, or you can just you know whatever that fits you best right now, right? So here I'm gonna put not sure, I'm interested in advertising, next, or you can also skip. And um and then if you want somebody to contact you, then you just put in your name right there. But right now we are just setting up our business profile, because you can always go back and change all this other stuff later on, right? But if you do have a contact name and phone number, then you're just gonna put it right here, first name, last name, and phone number. And so in this case, I'm just gonna click on skip. So okay, so save pins from your website, right? So I do have all these images from my website. This is great. So I'm just gonna click on, social media Bella. So I'm just gonna click on. Actually, I can actually click on everything actually, but I'm gonna leave that because it doesn't really, save pins to profile. Okay. So now we have to choose, the topic that best, represents our business, right? So for my business, it's social media Bella for businesses, right? So I'm gonna choose one that represented the most. So let's see. So you're just gonna click, keep going down, and you can actually, click on multiple images. So I'm gonna click on education, right? Okay. So I just wanted to make sure that I cover all ground. So I think that's the only one that relates the most to my business. Okay, click on done. Finding new ideas from education, right? Okay, so now we have our Pinterest business profile, but right now it is blank, because Pinterest actually just came up with this feature whereby you can actually pin images from your website when it's setting up your account. Because, a month ago when I set up a new account, I didn't have this feature. So at least right now you have something going on here, we have something going on here, and this is great, right? Because right now, we have something on Pinterest, so if somebody sees our pin, they're more likely to click on it. But I'm actually going to delete all these pins because mainly for two reasons. Number one is that the images aren't optimized for Pinterest, and number two is that, like, I don't have any keyword, like I don't have any reason for somebody to actually click on each image, and the images doesn't really fit what I'm trying to, advertise. So I'm gonna delete everything later on, but at least I have something, going on my profile right now. So now the next thing we're going to do will be to upload a profile image, right? Because right now it looks blank, right? So I'm just going to click on that and go upload an image. All right, let's go on settings, change picture. So you're going to change your picture right here. Okay, click on save settings. Just going to go back and click on that. All right, so that's my picture that I'm using right now. So right now, this picture, again, I'm going to come back and change this picture because I'm actually pointing the other way. So what I need to do is upload another image where I'm pointing in this direction right here, or just like a neutral image. But right now, that's what I have. So one thing about Pinterest or anything online is that you can always come back and change stuff around. So we have a profile picture, we have a profile name. The next thing we're going to do will be to write a profile description right here, right? So that when someone comes on a profile, they know, okay, what it's about, and if it relates to them. So again, we're going to go back to settings, and we're going to click on here, right? So about you location. So we're just going to write something here. All right. So, and I'm also going to change this username right here, right? Change it to social media Bella, right? And for the profile name, social media Bella, social media Bella for businesses. Okay. So Pinterest also just came up with this feature because before you could actually write a really long business name, but I'm just gonna leave that here, or maybe put business social media Bella, right? And the reason why I put that in is just for SEO, right? Okay, so I put in the about you, the location, right? And then save settings right here. And then we're just gonna go back and see what it looks like. Go back here, see what it looks like, right? All right, so we have something here, so social media Bella. Social media Bella provides social media marketing services to our businesses, save time, right? So social media marketing, that's an SEO word, right? And yeah, okay, so we have that, and then we need to also claim our website so that if somebody else wants to create a Pinterest profile, they cannot use your website URL. So again, so this is a little bit more technical. So this one actually requires a separate tutorial, right? Because it's just gonna take too long. So this is where you actually claim your website right here, right? You know, so it's a little bit more, technical, right? So you can add HTML tag to your website, right? Again, that's another tutorial that I have to come back and show you how to do that, right? Okay, so let's go back to the page. Okay, so we have a profile picture, we have a profile name, we have the location URL, we have the profile description right here, and next, the next thing you're gonna do will be to create boards. Okay? So right now we only have one board when we created our new profile, and right now it just says, the website URL right here. So what I'm gonna do instead will be to change that social media Bella content. And what's this board about? Yeah, just put something there, and then category. Again, I can choose education, but I'm just gonna keep scrolling, see where anything is right here. Okay, so there's nothing here, so I'm just gonna choose education. Okay, and the board cover. So usually I like to create my own board cover, but right now let's just choose one that makes sense. So let's see. So I'm just gonna use that for now. Save. Okay, so now the next thing that we're going to do now will be to create other boards. So usually I like to start with about 5 to 8 boards, right? Because right here we can fit in 3 more boards, and at the bottom about 5 boards, right? So that's 9 boards in total, right? But right now let's just go and create our boards. So again, remember Pinterest, it's a visual search engine. So you want to make sure that your board names are SEO board names, right? So meaning they are optimized for search engine. Now, how do we know that? How do we know exactly what our audiences will be typing into search engine? So here's the thing, right? With Pinterest. So Pinterest, again, they recently came up with this new feature where they can actually give you some keyword tips, right? So let's see, this has nothing to do with our name. So here, what I'm gonna do is, let's just go back here. So I'm just gonna put social media for business, or just put in social media now. So now we have some board name ideas, right? So we can create a board about social media marketing, and then social media for business. I'm just going to put that. Okay, so social media for business, and we're going to see what's going to pop up: infographic, cheat sheets, Instagram. So you can create like a separate board for Instagram, but usually I like to keep everything in one page. And if you keep scrolling down, you're gonna see some tabs where Pinterest will actually recommend some other things. Oh, right here, right? So you can have a board for social media tips, social media strategy, marketing, infographics, right? So let's go and let's start creating our boards. All right, so here to create your board, you're just gonna click on here, the plus button. So what did I say? Social media marketing, right? For businesses, or you can just leave it as is, right? Social media marketing tips for businesses. Create, And then once you create it, Pinterest is actually going to recommend some pins that you can pin right now. So that's exactly what I'm going to do, because right now we don't have our own pin yet. So I'm just going to click on the save. So this is for Instagram. So okay, save. Because I want to make sure that the pins are actually, they actually relate to the board. So these are all Pinterest tips. So we can also create a separate board for Pinterest, because everything here seems to be about Pinterest. Okay, so usually I like to add about 5 pins on each board when I do create them. So a lot of stuff about, okay, learn how to use social media, Pinterest for local businesses. So you know, I can also put that there. Okay, let's see. I think that's the first one. Let's go find one more. Okay, and then if you also want to find more inspiration, you can just click on a particular pin, and then Pinterest will recommend other pins, right? We can see here, right? So pin to social media marketing tips, right? Okay, and then we're gonna pin this one too. Okay, so just the board names. Okay, so that's all we're using. Okay, perfect. So now let's go back and see what this looks like. Okay, click on that. So now let's go click on board. Okay, so here we have eight pins. So I'm just gonna revise this. I'm gonna choose a board cover. Actually, let me. Okay, that doesn't. Okay, so then this makes sense. And then for the board, you actually need to write board description, right? So again, make sure it's optimized for search engine. So let me quickly write one. All right, click on that. Again, education. Save. Okay, so now we have 2 boards. We have a few more boards to go create. So again, let me go back on Pinterest, social media. Let me click on social media marketing. Okay, so Facebook, right? So we can have a separate one for Facebook. We can have a separate board for LinkedIn, a separate board for Instagram, right? Separate board for Pinterest, right? Okay, so this is actually quite easy. Okay, let me click and let me keep scrolling down to see what Pinterest would suggest. Okay, network marketing, marketing ideas, the digital marketing strategy. Okay, so let's go back here. So let's see what we have here, right? Social media marketing tips. So now we're going to create separate boards for separate social media platform, right? Uh, Facebook for business. So Facebook for business, but before that, I just want to make sure that it's Facebook for business. Oh, perfect, right? So I'm gonna create a board just for that, because I always want to make sure that my board names, people are actually typing them into search engine, right? So when I put in Facebook for, right, it actually popped up, right? Okay, so let's go see that Facebook for business. Create, right? This is perfect, right? And then again, we're gonna go add some pins here, pin. Okay, just want to make sure that everything fits. Facebook groups, Facebook Live, so pretty much anything you can find about Facebook. Okay, so now we created one for Facebook. We're gonna go create one for Instagram, because obviously lots of businesses are, you know, getting clients and making some sales on Facebook. So let's go back on here, boards, create this Instagram. So again, before I do that, I'm just gonna click here, Instagram for business. Okay, So it's right there as well. So let's go click here, Instagram for business. Create. Again, right? So click on that. To use Instagram for business, Instagram business. Okay, Instagram. Go find what other things. Save how to build your business on Instagram. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, so let's see. Let's go back. So let me change. So here, you can always come back and choose a board cover, write a description, choose your category and everything, right? But that's gonna take too long. Okay, so we have a few more. So again, Twitter for business or Twitter business tips, right? Because I love to use different keywords, right? Twitter business tips. Okay, Twitter business tips. Create. More ideas. What to Twitter list. I want to make sure that the pins that I pin are actually high quality pins, right? Because that's what's going to get you lots of views, saves, and clicks. Okay, so it doesn't seem like there are lots of Twitter tips for business, which is quite interesting because lots of businesses are on Twitter. Okay, okay, so let's come back on here. Okay, let's create one for LinkedIn, but before I do that, I just want to see LinkedIn tips. Business LinkedIn tips. Business LinkedIn tips. Okay, so nothing for LinkedIn for business. Okay, there are so many here. LinkedIn for beginners, freelancers, real estate students, right? But I'm gonna choose this one, LinkedIn for business, and how to use entrepreneur, people, social media, right? And let me just scroll down to see what else Pinterest is gonna recommend to me. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it's not showing that the tab that I'm looking for. Okay, so let's come back here. Boards, click LinkedIn for business tips. I'm just gonna add that. Create, and then again it's right here. Strategic tips, LinkedIn tips and tricks, LinkedIn for business. So the reason why I didn't pin this, it's because it's not like this image. It's not really optimized for Pinterest. So LinkedIn best practices 2018, LinkedIn. Okay. Okay. So we have that. So how many boards do we have so far? Okay, so we can create one more for Pinterest, obviously. Oh, this one has a spelling mistake. So let's put Twitter. Save. Okay. So I'm gonna create one for Pinterest, right? Before I do that, again, I'm just gonna come on here, Pinterest tips for business. Okay, perfect. Pinterest tips My business. All right. There's a lot of Pinterest tips, loads of Pinterest tips. But here we're actually looking for Pinterest tips for businesses. Okay, pin that. Save. What else? Okay, I think I have something similar. Okay, so I think we have, enough boards for now. So you can actually come back and create more boards based on, what your topic is, right? Or, the products that you sell or the services. Or sometimes what I actually like, to keep my profile clean. So instead of creating too many boards, what I can actually do will be to create um, sections, right? So here you can actually create sections. So here, Pinterest tips for business, right? So here I can actually create subboards, right? So I can actually create, how to get traffic with Pinterest, right? So when I do find pins, that relate to that topic, then I would pin it on this board, and then I will pin it on this particular section here. Or I can also create one here, um, how to get more sales with Pinterest, right? Add, and then again, right? But right now, because obviously, like, we only have about 7 pins, right? How many pins? We have about 8 pins, right? So you actually don't need all these sections, right? The only reason why Pinterest created this section is for boards with loads of pins, right? So let's say you have about 20 pins, 30 pins, like a bunch of pins, right? Then that's when this part makes sense, right? But right now, because it's a brand new profile, so you actually don't even need, all these sections. So let me just go and delete them, and you can also merge boards as well. Just gonna go and delete them. Okay, so we don't need that. More ideas as well. Okay, so more ideas, you can find more pins to add to that. Okay, so let's go back to our profile, and now we're just gonna make sure everything looks good and clean everything up. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. So what I like to do is my own board, I always make sure that it's the very first one. So just gonna go on there, drag and drop, and I'm just gonna go find my board. Oh, it's right here already. Oh, perfect. Okay, so now next thing will be to choose a board cover, because right now it seems a little bit, all over the place. So usually I create my own board covers, right? But right now, this is a brand new profile. So here, choose right here. And again, you have to come back and add the description and the category. But right now we are just changing the board cover. So I always make sure my board cover fits the board name, right? So that, when a pinner comes on my profile, they're more likely to check out what it's all about. Okay, so this one, I'm just gonna choose this one for now. Save, and then let's do the same thing here as well. Change. Not to use Instagram for business. That's perfect. Save. So as well. Change. Twitter tips. Okay. Okay, so I think I know what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use this one. Save. LinkedIn. Let's change that. Okay. Save. And finally, Pinterest. Yep. Okay, I'm just gonna choose this one for now. Change. Perfect. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's how you create a brand new Pinterest business profile. Okay, so right now it's completely new, so you know there isn't much happening right now. So right now it's showing we have 5 pins from our website. Tries followers. Obviously right now we don't have any follower, right? So to grow your following on Pinterest, obviously you need to promote it. So let's say you have an Instagram page or you have a Facebook page, then then you just copy and paste your Pinterest URL, and then you will just promote it. But I love to promote my Pinterest profile on Pinterest. So and the way that I do that will be to go create pins that are click worthy, right? So for example, pains that that actually solves people's problem, right? So I would actually go and create a paint that looks like this, make sure my posts and everything would solve somebody's problem, and then I would create something, make sure it's optimized for Pinterest, and then pin it on Pinterest. And usually I pin about once, like a few times per day. But if you are just completely new on Pinterest, then then you don't have to pin so many times per day. You can pin a few times per week, but you always want to make sure that you pin high quality pins, right? And also pins that solves people's problem. Okay, so let's see what this notification is here. So right now, so Pinterest is actually recommending some other pins to pin, but we don't need that right now because we already have a bunch of pins. So let's go back here. And then so based on our topic, based on our boards, right, based on our board names, based on the pins that we just pinned, and then if you just go back to the Pinterest smart feed, right? Like if you just go on here, then Pinterest is actually going to recommend some of the pins that you can also pin as well, right? So let's say like you go on Pinterest and you're just looking for pins to pin, or you're actually looking for blog post ideas, right? Then Pinterest would recommend some pins right here. Okay, so right now, because obviously it's a brand new profile, so we don't have any monthly viewers or anything yet, so that's why you have to go and promote your Pinterest profile. And in a next tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to join Pinterest group boards, right? Pinterest group boards, because that's the best way to quickly grow on Pinterest, and also how to join Pinterest communities, right? All right, so again, don't forget to download your free Pinterest checklist, where I share the 10 key areas that you need to optimize on your Pinterest profile so that you can get maximum traffic to your website. All right, if you have any questions, just leave it in the comment section and I will talk to you later. Take care and bye bye.